Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be going through how to play Crypto in Apex Legends Season 6. Thank you all so much for the support on the last video I did about some buffs for Loba. In this video I'm going to be using gameplay from a couple of really good highlights. Some of the points I mentioned will be articulated in this gameplay as well. In the last video I was in the firing range showcasing how I do things, so let me know what you prefer, whether me having gameplay or in the firing range going through how I would see changes or abilities being used. But in this video we are using gameplay. So I'm going to be going through 5 or 6 points here just on how to play Crypto this season. I've been playing him a lot over the past few weeks, really enjoying him, but there's a few nuances to Crypto's character that's changed since Season 5 that has made him a much stronger character for me to play, and now I play him so much more because of it. So jumping into the first one straight away, we've got EMPs. As you all know, a Crypto EMP now stuns everyone in the radius, regardless of if they're teammates or enemies or yourself. Teammates don't get the shield damage, but they do get the stun effect now, which wasn't the case before. So those hyper-aggressive Wraith, Revenant, Crypto pushes are not happening anywhere near as much anymore. They're still possible, but when it comes to EMPs, they really need to be used at the start of a fight. They need to be before any of your team have decided to push in. You can't full send 2 of your team in now whilst the ult is going off and then join them afterwards, because you could stun them mid gunfight and they're just as likely to lose the gunfight as the enemy team. And you know, they might not be expecting it if you're playing with random teammates as well, if you're not on comms with people, so you've got to always factor that in as well. So I always prioritize having my EMPs before the start of a gunfight, and being able to drain shields consistently is a big part of my game plan with Crypto, which leads nicely into my next point, which is about sort of the backpack and resource management, because Crypto is incredible for those resource battles. One of the gameplays that you're going to be seeing is a duo Watson Crypto combo fighting against, I believe it was a Lifeline or Pathfinder or a Bloodhound, and in the game we win the fight because we just absolutely drained all their resources with Crypto ults throughout the course of the 2v2. We were the final 2 squads, and you know, being able to use the Watson gen to keep our shield topped up, it meant when we had to finally push them in sort of a scrims like match, you know, we were completely on top of the other team. And so for Crypto, it's very important to keep on top of resources, but managing those resources. So I always love to run a gun that's not very heavy on its ammo consumption, like a shotgun or a G7 Scout, or I'm not good with the Wingman, but if you're good with it, that's a good gun to run because it frees up backpack space to hold a mobile respawn beacon. Crypto should always have mobile respawn beacons, and also ultimate accelerants that you can hold for either a Watson for yourself so that you can keep getting that EMP up to drain resources and push other fights. I really do recommend ultimate accelerants on Crypto, but the mobile res is extremely important. Having that ability to use your drone to res people safely is essential now with Crypto. Same with the survey beacon scans. No other legend should be scanning those beacons unless you've got a Pathfinder on the team who knows he's going to be using his, you know, zip all the time, but I don't even think Pathfinder needs it. Just get Crypto to scan your, you know, beacons all the time. It can do it so safely. But the important thing about the res is mobile respawn beacons take quite a long time to res, and you know, they have to come down out of the sky first. You know, you have to be next to the thing. It has this bright light that everyone can see, and then it takes like 7 or 8 seconds to res. It's not worth it. So Crypto should always have a mobile respawn beacon. And what's quite good about the crafting now is that, you know, about 50% of the time there's a mobile res in there. So I try to always land, if I'm on Kings Canyon, somewhere like water treatment, because I'm guaranteed to either have a survey beacon there or the crafting station, sometimes both. And what I'll do is I'll immediately scan a beacon. Because I land water treatment quite a lot, I'm quite good at early gunfights there and winning those in that area of the map specifically. And so saying we win the fight, we scan the beacon and then I immediately craft a mobile respawn beacon, because that puts us in the best position. We know where the game's going to finish, and I've got that res, and it's come in so clutch a few times playing this game because I can be safely away from the mobile res, and because instead of having that 7-second, you know, charge that you have to do, With the drone, it's instant and it just speeds up the entire process. It's more safe for everyone involved. Even when it comes to the recovery of the banner, the crypto is the last line of defense, even further back in the line than lifeline with because lifeline's better for the reses, but for once the player has been finished, you need crypto to be there for the banners. And so when I play crypto, I love to play that more supportive role. And if you're a supportive kind of player, then crypto could be a legend for you if you haven't had any success with lifeline. They're both quite good support legends, because a crypto that rushes into a fight first is a bad crypto, because you kind of need to be there if banners need to be picked up. You've not got the same level of aggressive abilities that can get you out of fights. So Wraith's got the phase, Revenant can silence enemies, Pathfinder's got the grapple, even Loba's got the bracelet at the end of the day. So crypto just has no abilities that can help him if he overextends in a fight. So part of the reason why I quite like playing crypto is because playing crypto makes me more aware, it makes me more cautious, and because of that I play smarter. Sometimes it's why I can never play Octane, because every single time I play Octane I just throw a jump pad and die, and I get overconfident with the abilities. And I sometimes struggle with Bloodhound, because in ultimate form your sensitivity changes. I don't know if you've noticed that, but if you use a Bloodhound ultimate, your sensitivity gets faster. The field of view change is weird to me, and I tend to overextend and die, whereas crypto, it pulls that back. And if you feel like you're someone that might overextend a little bit and you don't play crypto, then give them a try, because it might just change your mentality with playing Apex. It happened with me when I first started playing Lifeline as well, and Watson, because you don't have abilities on your own that can save you in fights. You need to be with a team that's strong, and you've got to be backing up what your team are doing. And sometimes that means letting them, push ahead on fights first. But because you're the intel of the team, you need to be the one dictating the plays. So another big part of being a good crypto is, acknowledging where teams are. You can look at the big banners on the sides of the maps, and when you're in your drone, it shows how many squads are nearby. And I always, when I'm going into a new area, love to check that. But also if I'm pushing a fight, say we're doing a hyper aggressive crypto approach, I'm EMPing and we're going in, I try to then, once I've done my EMP or just before my EMP, check the banners around to see how many teams there are in the area. Because if it says one squad in the area or two squads and we're third partying, we're going to be much more likely to third party that, because we're not going to be scared that another team will then just collapse on us. And it's given us an extra level of confidence to go into a fight, just like a Revenant totem gives you a level of confidence going into a fight. It makes you think, look, we're not surrounded by anyone else, we can go in and we can do this. And yes, you've got to watch for snipers that are outside of that radius for squads nearby, but providing you're cautious and you know where all the cover is and you can get to cover quickly, snipers shouldn't be too big of a problem for it. So I think crypto can be used aggressively, because that EMP, once you get it off, it can be a very aggressive tool. You know they're stuns, they're gonna probably be using shield cells. And some of my favorite crypto pushes, I've come around the corner and seen an entire team popping shield batteries, and even if they cancel their shield batteries, they are going to be, they haven't got their gun out. And when you're in that sort of really close quarters, the EMP that you place has to be super important. Again, I'm going to go back to the gameplay, the resource battle with me and the Watson player versus a Lifeline or Pathfinder, because what we did for that game is I EMP'd them a few times, but I had to be really careful not to catch me or my teammate or, our gen or anything. So when I was EMPing, I was almost EMPing past the enemies. I think my drone was in the storm when I was doing the EMPs, but I'm aware of the radius of the EMP, and I know that it will catch them when it detonates, but it won't catch us. So when you're in those close quarters and you're also EMPing in those small ranges, you almost sometimes have to EMP past the enemy players. And my last point to close off this video is a really, really simple one, and it's just the noise that gets made. The drone, when you scan a beacon now, through the drone, it makes that noise, that really sort of high-pitched noise, as well as when you open doors. So sneaking around in drone form is not good if you're going through doors, because it can sometimes lead to people knowing where you're coming from. So I would now refrain from using doors as a crypto drone, because it is just too obvious as to where you are. And the more doors you use, you're kind of leaving a trail that teams might use to, reverse engineer and come back and find you. So I would always watch out for that. thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope the gameplay has been informative, a couple of good results in these ones, and I hope I've given you some good advice about what it's like playing crypto this season. My ultimate aim is, because I'm not a super top tier player, I'm a low diamond player, my aim is to get 100 wins with crypto. I've only really started playing him a little bit into the season, so getting 100 wins this season with him would be my big goal, but we'll see if we can get that. We'll give it our best go. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. If you've got any feedback on the video, let me know below, and if you've got any recommendations for tips and tricks for crypto yourself, you may have been a crypto main for longer than I have, so because I've only really just started getting into playing him properly again because of all the Season 6 changes, and so you please do let me know in the comments, because I know there's a problem at the minute. I think it's deliberately placed in where after you EMP you can't always pull your gun out straight away, so that is something to watch out for as a crypto. It's a big thing at the minute that can sometimes get you killed. It's not got me killed many times, but you know, it's just a thing to watch out for. There's so many little nuances to his character now. Again, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video.